А вот и следующая серия. Для вас, конечно, она выйдет позже, нежели вот эта серия предыдущая. Тем не менее, сегодня мы разберемся давними временами. Начнем с ломбарда Мигеля. Там сидит один из лидеров Анклава, грубо говоря. Оставшихся, точнее. Анклава-то уже нет как такового.
I hear reports of Legion raiding parties all over the place. They can't all be rumors. You don't strike me as someone down on their luck. What brings you to Westside? Hello, Arcade. Making some new friends, are you? Why the need for a bunch of old war horses like us? Swooping in on a vertibird, guns blazing? Haven't done that in years, but all right, I'm in. None of this means a thing if the rest of the group doesn't show up, though. Oh, and you'll need my part of the passphrase to get into the bunker. Navarro.
Judah Krieger is the glue that's kept us all together over the years, and with good reason. Anyone who can command Moreno and Johnson in the same unit without somebody getting fragged is one hell of a leader. Krieger was polite and kind, but never warm. He always did his best to make me feel welcome in the group. I think he did it out of a sense of loyalty to my father. Loyalty means a lot to Judah. Not loyalty to the Enclave, or even the ideals they fought for, but to the people who served with him. Sometimes I wonder how much of my father they see in me. They went through a lot together, but my family went through it too. I'm glad they've watched out for me all these years. Maybe someday I can return the favor.
Итак, идем дальше. Теперь идем в Джейкобстаун. Там, в общем-то, сидит ученый, который даже не скрывает, что он из Анклава ранее. А тут. Интересно, вы время проводите.
I hear the NCR and the Kings have been getting along. That's good news for Freeside. Is there something else I can do for you? I'm intrigued, so I'll go to this reunion. I'll be handing things over to Calamity, so talk to her if anything comes up. Oh, you'll need my word from the passphrase to get into the bunker. Friends. Don't forget it.
Doc Henry always was a hard one to figure out. It didn't seem to matter whether he was working with humans or dogs. He had an equal lack of affection for both. A regular Diogenes. I'm not sure what the man was after. Knowledge is power, but to what end for Henry, I have no idea. The problem was what mattered to him, not its practical impact. He simply solved riddles because they existed. Not everyone dreams of being a revolutionary, I suppose. Maybe we can't all change the world. Maybe it's enough just to do good for the short time that we're here. No one's going to sing Doc Henry's praises when he's gone, but he's probably saved more lives than I ever will.
Так, теперь надо... Теперь мы из дочки попозже. Давайте в пещеры гоним Бала Джонсона. Зареспаунились у нас враги. А, нет, немножко не сюда, вот. Хотя вот этот маленький треугольничек на компасе, это, в принципе, это не открытая локация. Закрашенный же он полностью, это ранее открытая локация. Это я про это только сейчас, спустя 30 серий, решил сказать. Но... Сейчас чем не сказать про это. Я сам про это просто забываю. Твою мать, игра опять вылетела. Это вот сегодня сел записывать серии и постоянные вылеты. Неприятно, неприятно, но одеваться. Обезвредить. Вот такой у нас тут старик.
Mark my
Полоский
words,
сундук у
it
него.
won't be long before the Legion and NCR butt heads over Hoover Dam. Well, it's about damn time. What took you? Oh. I've been in the Reaper's shadow for a long time now, and I thought he'd finally showed up to collect. He's just mocking me now. Thought I recognized the fellow with you. So what's this reunion all about then? Well, now there's an interesting idea. Do a bit of good before we're all dead and forgotten. You can count me in. Oh, and in case Arcade forgot to mention it, there's a 5-word passphrase needed to get into the bunker. My word is old. Appropriate, huh?
If I had to pick anyone who didn't belong in the Enclave, it would definitely be Johnson. He hated what the Enclave was doing. Day to day, week to week, he would question orders, subvert mission objectives, do anything he could to serve without serving. It's amazing he was never court-martialed. He always had good things to say about my father. Said I was like him in a lot of ways. I wish I knew. I wonder if he would. It's pointless, I know, but sometimes I wonder what he wanted me to be. Maybe being a doctor in the middle of Nevada wasn't exactly what he had in mind for his little boy.
Почему он каннибал, мы не будем спрашивать, я так расскажу. Дело в том, что однажды Джонсон наткнулся на банду рейдеров. И эта банда, ну, как бы, своим поведением недвусмысленно намекала, что жизнь-то сейчас, наверное, у этого Джонсона закончится. Но он не растерялся. Взял и вырвал у одного из рейдеров сердце и откусил кусок. Это все, конечно же, шокировало банду. Часть из них сбежала сразу, а те, кто практически были парализованы от увиденного, тех он убил. Вот теперь у него пошла молва, что он каннибал. Говорю, Мишель, я Мишель навернул. Кстати, тут крышка со звездой лежит.
Your travels been going all right? Told you everything about us, did he? Well, it's been a while since I've had my hands on the controls of a vertibird. There's a chance I could crash us in the middle of Lake Mead. That place seems to attract aircraft for some reason. But if I get one more chance to fly, count me in. I'll be there. My part of the passphrase is dear.
Где?
Since my mother died, Daisy's been the only woman in my life. She was the only other woman close to my father, too. She flew him out on over a dozen missions, including his last. I've always been close to Daisy. There have been some good men along the way, but lovers make poor confidants. Daisy never had children of her own, so she was always there to listen. Being in the Enclave didn't mean much to her. She just loved to fly. It broke her heart to be grounded. Not much glory in the Enclave. Most of her old comrades are long gone. I know life as a salvager can't compare to being a vertibird pilot, but at least it's a life. That has to count for something.
Такое, так, ну что, осталось ходить на ферму из дольщиков. Тут какие-то стоят. А нам, наверное, надо в ворота пройти. С этим рядовым, по-моему, мы разговаривали уже. Дальше. Походу нам не на ферму из дольщиков. А я вот не помню. Он в каком-то из этих домов сидит. Его можно пройти с другой стороны. Вот, по-моему, в этом доме. Да. Это неотмечаемая локация.
Looks like I forgot to lock the doors again. If you're with the NCR, get out. This place is mine, and I'm not leaving. Been a while, Arcade. So, what's the point of all this? Can't find any younger mercenaries? You can thank the NCR for that one. Wait, this isn't on behalf of the NCR, is it? Yeah, it does. There's not a chance you'll find me helping the NCR in any way. They've caused me too much grief. Oh, I'll come. But depending on the plan, I might not be staying. Keep that in mind. Arcade might have mentioned there's a passphrase needed to get into the bunker. My part is remember.
Аккуратно так вел диалог, я старался, по крайней мере.
Moreno took the fall of the Enclave hard.
Меня.
He never questioned his orders, never questioned the legitimacy of what the Enclave was doing. To him, it was all one unbroken chain, from Washington to Richardson. When we left Navarro, I remember looking up at Moreno. He said, "Kiss America goodbye, boys." When we left the Enclave behind, the love in him burned itself out. Now there's just a bitter old man left. I suppose you're right. When you're part of something for that long, maybe it's impossible to let go without losing part of yourself. Moreno may be a stubborn son of a bitch, but at least he's loyal.
Так. Ну что ж, теперь идем в бункер оставшихся, который мы уже ранее открыли. И вводим на панели. Дорогие старые друзья, помните Навара. Ладно, идем в бункер оставшихся.
Someone finally put down that sick motor. Glad to see you made it here all right. So, who are we going up against? Then that's the plan. We're gonna have a problem with Moreno, though. He won't like that we're helping the NCR. You'll have to talk to him. You've got only one chance at the on the son of a bitch. Good riddance.
I didn't come all the way out here just so we could save the fucking NCR. I'm out. I can't believe you've actually talked me into this. Fine, I'm in. But don't expect me to hold my fire if any NCR troops get in the way.
Thanks for doing this. Getting them all back together again. I'll be honest, when Moreno started going off, I didn't think we'd all be walking out of there in one piece. I still don't know how this is all going to shake out in the end, but at least the Enclave can atone a bit for all the damage it's done. I've been wondering about Daisy and the others for so long, I still haven't figured out what I should do. I mean, I'm not like them. I was born at Navarro and my father served with them, but I wasn't really part of the Enclave. It seems presumptuous of me to think I could join the fight, even if this is a cause worth fighting for. Because I know when fighting breaks out of the dam, all hell is going to break loose in Freeside. They're going to need every doctor they can get. I honestly didn't expect you to say that. When I talked to you about Daisy and the others, you seemed to put a lot of value in loyalty to the past. What's changed since then? True enough, I suppose. Getting them back together must be worth more than me spraying plasma all over the dam. Back to Freeside it is. I need to make a stop before I settle in. I'll be back in a while. Thanks again for your help. It means a lot to me.
У нас нет аркид Генона.
Moreno's a stubborn son of a bitch, but he's also tougher than any of us. I'm glad you were able to talk him into staying. Since Whitman will be staying with the Vertibird, she's offered to give her old suit of power armor to you. You'll need special training to use it properly, so talk to her as soon as you get the chance. The training might take...
Что говорит Дейзи?
I appreciate you keeping Orion in the group. Since I won't be needing my armor, makes the cockpit a bit cramped, you should take it. It'll take a few hours to show you how to use it properly, so let's get started.
Ну, нам это не надо, мы и так умеем. Такая у нас есть теперь броня. Самое забавное, что мы отдадим ее Веронике. Закидываемся наркотиками, чтобы эту броню утащить. И уходим отсюда. Ох,
Like I
напугал.
said, I needed to go do something. This is it. It belonged to my father. I thought I might wear it at Hoover Dam, but after you talked me out of it, I didn't see the point in hanging on to it any longer. I'm here because of you, so I figured you're the one most deserving of it. It should protect you from everything short of a plasma caster. And if you need anything, anything at all, you know where to find me. It's the least I could do. All I ask is that you put it to good use. This place has lived in the shadow of Caesar for long enough. I may not be the one to help stop him here, but you are. Fortis fortuna adiuvat. Good luck. And goodbye.
Так, это здорово, но такую броню мы не потащим на себе. Броня классно выглядит сам по себе. А, броня Тесла выглядит, ну, вот так. Тут проблема в том, что она защищает несколько хуже. Выкинем ее. Да, робот. Согласен. Враги рядом. Кто вообще посмеет мне мешать? Это вот. Да, враги закончились. И закончились, удивительно. Товарищей больше с нами нет. Что? Веронику мы вроде оставили. Давай. Опа, подожди. Придется вкинуться нам снова, потому что у нас иначе по-другому не получится. Эту броню. Не передвигаемся мы несколько медленно, потому что у нас, во-первых, бонус на легкую броню был. Во-вторых, как бы это тяжелая защита, поэтому у меня и передвижение медленнее, естественно. Логично. Президентский люкс. Вот Вероника. А я тебе отдаю. Так, сейчас переодеваемся в свою броню тогда. Так, и нам надо бы, знаете... Что нам надо? Я бы на самом деле прям сейчас бы серию закончил, но это неправильно. Мы, наверное, знаете, займемся с вами расходниками серии. То есть мы сейчас пойдем купим бафауты и так далее. Это у нас покупается в лаборатории Редрока. И потихоньку будем с вами двигать. Так, 6 нажим. Так, и будем потихоньку двигать диагностический проходить. Гидродетоксин. Бесполезен. Кстати, можно. Я бы, знаете... Наверное, бы прошел бы... С вами не Дедмани даже, за World War Блюз. Тут ходит. Потому что... Дедмани можно и потом пройти. World. Да, в принципе, никакой разницы нет, просто я на самом деле больше хочу пройти старого мира. Ну, платить по счетам мы не будем. Так, мы тогда идем в кино после полуночи. Нам надо открытый кинотеатр Махава, он рядом с Ниптоном. Однако тут такой нюанс. Во-первых, тут очень страшные скорпионы. По-моему, еще один. Да? Но неважно. Но, во-вторых, нам надо бы избавиться от спутников, но мы сначала избавимся от свидетелей. Убиваем скорпиона. Ну, тут висят. Давно висят, уже подохнуть должны были, по идее. Видите все. Что?
That chip of yours? Unless... Nice.
Отправляем спутников отдыхать в Лаке 38. Ибо там нам их проще будет доставать назад, а не бегать по две локации. И направляемся на кинотеатр. Правда, у нас день сейчас, там ночь надо. Но нам сейчас напишут, какие примерно времена. Какое время нам, конечно же, нужно будет. Вон там спутник валяется. Пить хочется, ну, потом попьем. Давайте смотреть внимательнее. Нас перенесет сейчас в итоге на большую гору. О, на Суры не обезвоживание сразу.
In the years before the Great War, Big Mountain had been the home to the brightest minds of the 21st century. scientists of vision were drawn to the facility to tackle the greatest technological challenges of the era. They sought to create a new world, fueled by technology for the benefit of all mankind. Sonic emitters, space-age alloys, DNA hybridization, force field particle research, autodoc advances in cranial, cardiac, and trauma surgery. The hopes and dreams of a century became realities in the electronic forges of Big Mountain. The nucleus of this research was the Dome, a huge stone facility that held the labs of every science known to man. It was a think tank where no problem could not be solved, where no question could not be answered. The Great War brought a new energy to Big Mountain and its scientists. Although sheltered from the front lines, the scientists waged their own war, fighting their battles at the atomic level. Equations and calculations marched endlessly across chalkboards and computer terminals toward one solution: winning the war. For years, the minds and computers of Big Mountain were a blaze of trajectories, weapon schematics, and nuclear theories. The problems began to outpace the solutions, first geometrically, then exponentially. As the war escalated, so did the questions. On the night of October 23rd, 2077, the scientists received an answer that put all their questions to rest. In the aftermath, Big Mountain's silent experiments went to sleep, their creators slowly dying in the new world that had been left behind. And the great stone in the middle of the Big Empty lay untouched, filled with countless technological wonders. Wonders that, in the end, had been answers to the wrong question.
Вот как-то так. Такое знакомство в виде пролога большого. Согласно странным ощущениям, вы как будто стали тяжелее, осмотрев себя, вы замечаете тонкие послеоперационные шрамы на голове, груди и спине. У нас больничная рубаха, но при этом, видимо, нас оперировали прямо с автоматом. Но больничную рубаху мы и снимем. Броню. Так, понял, лунный дом. В нем пока ничего не работает, но в дальнейшем мы с вами постараемся открыть здесь такие разные вещи. Даже с тостером поговорить можно будет. Чем DLC интересно? Да тем, что оно необычное, скажем. Не то, что прям там бред какого-то больного ублюдка. Нет. В этом дело. Это просто само по себе уникальное дополнение. Бродить по территории этой большой дыры горы. Смотреть на всякие разработки. Довольно. Ни в каком другом DLC вот такого не увидел. Fallout точно. Вас захватывает удивительно миролюбивое настроение. Вы не в состоянии обнажить оружие или напасть на кого-либо, непонятно почему. Зачем я это зачитываю? Да потому что нам это никто не говорит. Диалоги я не зачитываю, потому что... Подожди.
Be warned, intruder! You are in the presence of a mighty think tank of Big Mountain! The collective geniuses of... We... By Oppenheimer, which one of you self-professed geniuses has been adjusting my volume knob? Who was it? Was it you, 8? Oh, Dr. O, was it?
Likely story. Oh, couldn't spark 2 neurons if they were in a lattice of biomed gel.
What? Me? Breaking news, Klein. It wasn't me, all right? I'm the robotical engineer. A to sound waves. That's his specialty. You always do this. You always demean me in front of guests. And it's not O, all right? It's...
Enough! Either of you do it again, it'll be the last time. Now... Great. Now I forgot what I was saying. What was I talking about? Did it just say something? Anyone catch that? Boros, you work with animals. Translate. It's a lobotomite. Here, in the dome. Oh, as if this situation couldn't get any worse. Now we've got lobotomites. Dalla, get the spray before it excretes all over everything. Dr. Klein, a transmission from the Forbidden Zone, coming right at us. It can only be...
If it isn't my old colleagues, the mighty think tank of Big Mountain. Big fools, all of you. It is I, Dr. Mobius, transmitting from my dome-shaped dome in the Forbidden Zone. A zone that is, yes, forbidden to you. Even now, my deadly robo-scorpions swarm across Big Mountain with their pincers and pointy laser tails. Soon, all science will be mine. Even the technology sealed in the Big Mountain research centers cannot save you. So cower in your think tank. Wait for the end. That's all. Goodbye.
Mobius. Always the same broadcast. He's clearly mad, driven insane by his flawed and imprecise kindergarten-level research methodology.
What are we going to do? There's no way we can breach the Forbidden Zone. There's those robot scorpions everywhere.
The Forbidden Zone, where no brain has ever entered, nor ever returned.
Except Dr. Mobius, and the technologies that could save us. They are out of our reach.
And Dr. Mobius mocks us. Did you see his cracked monitor? He's clearly let himself go.
What? Ask the lobotomite for help? I think you need the fluid levels in your logic assist pumps checked.
If this lobotomite responded, Dr. Klein, then it is clearly intelligent, perhaps even displays heretofore unknown levels of helpfulness.
But what of its brain? We scooped that out. We don't even know where we left it. And for putting it back in, none of us have the knowledge.
Yes, but it's still aware and responsive. Look at it. It's regarding us even now, with its big teddy bear eyes. If we ask it politely, and leave the part about the unnecessary, ruthless lobotomizing out, it might be favorably disposed to us. We removed your brain. Yes. So soft, barely wrinkled.
Не показывает, кто говорит конкретно, конечно. Но, с другой стороны, тут камера была во все стороны металась.
Brain extraction technology has been standard practice at Big Mountain for an immeasurable amount of time.
Once the brain was out, then came the coils. The Tesla coils. The coils of Nikola Tesla.
Вкратце, у нас голову нельзя повредить. Меньше повреждения организма за счет там зависимостей. Ну и, в общем-то, у нас и резисты.
This is fortunate in many respects. If your brain was anywhere in the dome, why, you could access your aggression centers.
Circumventing the pacification field. This is a no-no. We have never been in a fight. We do not want that. Reminds me of my days in American High. And Richie Marcus.
That is my responsibility. Although in truth, the autodoc had done most of the work already. Quite industrious, almost cut into all my investigations. Once it had removed the brain and I misplaced it, other organs began to cry for direction, using your nerves as telegraph wires. Rather than let them send their signals, I removed them as well. Shh, little organs. Go to sleep in your tanks. Dala loves you.
First was the heart.
У нас это сердце, нам нельзя по... Ага, у нас отравления работают. Так, химикат оказывает дополнительное действие. И по нам роботы еще хуже криты дают.
Wait, I mean, second was the heart. Brain was first. Third was the spine.
Теперь нам нельзя повредить тело, ну, непосредственно торс. И у нас еще резистор.
Spine. Totally overrated, that arrangement of vertebrae. Look at me, with my lumbar and thoracic curvature. Never had a use for any of that. Spineless is what I prefer.
That autodoc junk heap was one of Mobius's creations, like the rest of the talking scrap metal in the attic.
After that, the brain lost itself. Not in the metaphysical sense. Might have gotten flushed into one of the pipes. Actually, that's pretty likely.
If so, it was flushed all the way to Mobius. Flush! That is the sound of flushing. By the Fisher of Rolando, enough of this biological surgery talk. Lobotomite, listen to my voice. It denominates me to ask, but we need your help. In most probable of probabilities, our enemy, Mobius, has your brain. This is not good. He will most likely come after our brains next. We want you to stop him, somehow, with science. Oh.
Yes, Dr. Klein, what?
Not you, oh, you idiot. I meant oh in the sense of, oh, I wasn't predicting it would respond that way. Can it say no? Leaving? But you can't. I don't mean that as a threat. The radar fence that surrounds the big mountain crater will protect you from straying beyond the facility. The mighty radar fence protects us all. Get too close to the blinking posts, and the proximity warning shall be your warning. You are too close.
If you get near it, your vision will blur as the electrodes in your head shut off one by one. Click, click, click.
Possible memory loss will occur, along with long-term nerve degradation. It is tied to not having a brain attached to your nervous system. But the nerve degradation is nothing to worry about. Such degradation would take many lifespans to become evident, and all biology dies. Such tiny inconveniences are less than the greater convenience and conveyance. You see, if rendered unconscious by the pylons, you will be returned to the sink, seemingly instantaneously, by your deadened perceptions.
Enough! We need your help. Will you help us? Excellent. This is turning out much better than the activate the retreat protocols and cower in my room idea I had earlier.
Agreed. Oh, and I've used my robotical knowledge to, transmit the radio map waves to... Settle down, 8. I would have gotten it in a second, all right? 8's transmitted the last known coordinates of the research centers. They, well, move sometimes, or get buried, or blow up.
8 is correct. All we need are the schematics. This does not mean we do not want the cold hard technology, however. So do not give in to your biological tired laziness and decide you would sweat too much carrying them. You have a new spine. Use it. And even if you die in the act of reclamation, simply reaching them will auto-transmitify the schematics to us. That is still good. For us. Nonsense. This place is no more dangerous than a nuclear detonation site. Our technology is no more lethal than an overcharged Tesla cannon. The technologies are the X2 transmitter antenna array, used to focus coherent thought at excessively high frequencies.
The psychoanalytic, cardiac dampening, sneaky stealth suit. A suit like nothing this world has ever heard, seen, or could ever see.
And 8's sonic soundwave emitter projectile gun, able to broadcast sound at lethal frequencies. It also gives a great biogel massage.
There. We have informed you of all we need. We estimate if you are focused, your time investment will be minimal, by our standards. If you work quickly, you will be the recipient of a gesture of gratitude from us. We do not bestow these old-world gestures lightly. Our intentions exactly. The important thing is you rush quickly through this task so as not to waste our time. Do not get curious, or you will end up like the cat of Schrödinger.
We feared you would be tempted to explore Big Mountain Crater and examine the many amazing non-mandatory research labs that lie off your designated path. The many such optional explorations are discouraged. Work hurriedly as if you have blinders on, and leave curiosities and items of interest alone.
So many sciences and developments. Pass them by. Let impatience and the desire to simply finish, to end it all quickly and carelessly guide you.
Right you are, 8. In our test results, we'll make a note about how quickly you ran our maze. Nobel challenge.
After all, there will be plenty of time afterward to partake of the experiments once our bidding is done.
Oh, Dr. Klein? Dr. Klein? If I may intersect for a moment.
What is it? The lobotomite is asking me things, oh, and I'm trying to ignore them. My processors can't ignore you both at the same time.
Well, you know how we asked it to fetch the sonic emitter thing? Turns out we already have it. What are the odds?
What is this, a high school science fair? Get your act together. You're making us look like a collection of round earthers.
You're always yelling. My receptors can't take it anymore. And neither can my feelings.
I am yelling because you contaminated specimens can't keep your probes off the volume knob on my voice module. It is truly the end of all intelligence when the lobotomite speaks more wisdom than you geniuses. So, if we have the sound wave, sonic projecto thing gun, then what in Heisenberg's name do we need from X8? Anyone?
I believe we need a new frequency embedded into the gun. It was designed to broadcast many sounds once charged. We just don't know the frequency.
And it is lost in X8, just as X8 is forever lost to us. The sadness of my high school days, the sadness of my youth lost.
Oh, really, Boros? All you did in high school was call me Fink Tattletale and all the kids you hated, you little teacher's pet brown hound.
Give the lobotomite the emitter. Does it have an audio effect frequency loaded?
Oh, I don't think so. Wait.
What is he doing?
I think he's sonjaculating into the gun. Gotta get warmed up. Ding. Turkey's done.
You give it to the lobotomite. I'm not touching that thing.
Oh, I don't think so.
I'll do it if you two are going to be ashamed of your own technological needs. Let me give it a little sonic sterilization first. Ooh. All right. All antibacterial fresh. Here, my little teddy bear. I have thoroughly removed all Robco termlink code spew from the device. It is clean, shiny, and ready for your hands.
What did it say? Spit lead? What, like pencils?
Oh, I think it wants a combustion pistol.
A gun? Are you mad? We can't give it a gun. Guns kill. Leave big open holes in you that are like sores, but worse.
Dr. 8 is correct. We already have given the teddy bear a lethal sonic death ray, filled with his sonic ejaculate and sterilized by my soft oohing. Giving the teddy bear a gun would be the equivalent of following a glass of hemlock with an Abraxo chaser. Delicious and redundantly
If you're going to bring the Socratic method into it, fine. Give the Loboto bear a combustion gun. Burroughs, don't you have something like that? Are you mad? We can't give it a gun. Guns... Wait, I said that already. Yes, I have the Cyberdog gun. With the little floppy metal ears and the curious nose sensor. Here. Fine. Done. That gun makes me uncomfortable anyway. Always worried it's going to hump my chassis. Anything else, lobotomite?
Патрон включим. Короче, надоело мне это все. Скипаем. Хватит. И так это все затягивается. Ничего и важного они там не скажут. Давай, хватит. А ну да, сейчас еще бартер пройдем небольшой. Хватит. А то серия порядком растянулась, знаете ли. Вышла она у нас практически на час. 50 минут вышла она. Длинная серия, но большая часть времени, конечно, диалоги. Это такое, скажем, вступление в World Блюз. Хотя следующая серия тоже будет довольно долгая на диалоги, потому что мы будем разговаривать с каждым из этих ученых. Что-то они вам там расскажут. Это нам нужно на то, чтобы, так скажем, хорошую концовку сделать. Что такое хорошая концовка? Это субъективно, но не важно. На сегодня все. Я думал записать еще пару серий, но как это очень много времени за него. Уже потом, наверное. И тем более, что-то в этот раз вылетает игра больно часто. Как-то так. До новых встреч.